Welcome back, Star Trackers. And here we are again with the beautiful Teshi Thomas. And some of you might notice that I'm smaller. That's because I have magic. I have magic in me. I got it from The Lion King.
Yes.
Right? So what you just saw was Teshi dancing in a professional dance class in New York City.
And funny thing about it is that I had to get permission because I was like an adult class.
Right.
And so I was the youngest one there in that class, so I had to get permission. And like they gave me the permission to
from
do
the
it.
dance teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, because you were working and half of the people.
And you know, to be in a class with such like, you know, professional people,
accomplished dancers, right?
Right. And it's kind of crazy that I was like able to move along with them
and keep up with them,
right? Because like the tempo, it could be like super fast,
really
and
fast.
Then 5, 6, super
7, 8.
Fast.
Bam!
And so I'm like, oh, okay, I have to think about this first and then go for it, you know. But yeah.
But you were able to keep up, right? That is. She's young and has a very clear mind, and probably the intensity of the 2-week rehearsal with Lion King didn't hurt because your brain had to speed up to be able to pick up the combinations and stuff really fast. Well, let's, we don't have video, which I was really bummed about, of Teshi singing. But believe me, girlfriend can sing. I mean, you had vocal solos in The Lion King, right? What songs did you sing solo?
I had this one song. It's a morning song. And I believe, yes, Mufasa was just dying. And, I was mourning, like, for Simba because, I mean, he was strong. Like, he was dealing with it, but I could feel inside of him that he was like, oh, no. So I had to, sing it for him, I was, like, singing.
The feeling that Simba.
Right.
So how was it? Okay, now, you guys have been in a lot of theater. I was in professional theater for years, but never made it to Broadway. How did it feel? Because those we know, the voice is part of our bodies. So if we're like,
right.
How did it feel when you had to sing your first solo?
It was, oh man, it's crazy that it's just me singing. I sing by myself in like the shower or something like that.
Right.
But
and it shows.
Right. To perform in front of people out there, like there's a lot of people.
Was Elton John in the? Because he wrote it.
No, he was not.
Bummer.
I never got to see him.
Bummer.
It was really crazy. But, just to sing in front of people, show my talent.
Right.
It was like the adrenaline and everything. It was just pumping myself up. I was getting myself ready and, yeah.
Well, and real quick, Teshi is 13, going on 14. And her voice changed a little bit. And we just started working together again. And let me tell you what, she is so good at what she does that she had to do some tap dancing to get her voice to work with this new instrument she had. And in 10 seconds, tell us about it.
It was overwhelming. I mean, it's cool to, sing. I mean, I love singing. That's what I love to do.
And she's so sharp. She was able to do exactly what I asked her and was killing a Tori Kelly song. There are so many kids out there bullied and brutalized. I was one of them. I was a bullied kid. And Teshi does something about it. She takes her talent and her love of other people and uses it to help these bullied kids. And
I've been bullied, and it's really tough.
It hurts.
Yeah, it's really crazy, and I want people to know that it's okay because there's a lot of people that have been bullied.
Right.
And so, you can always talk to somebody about it. You can't always let it stay inside because that leads to suicide and all that stuff. And that we can't be having that.
No, we cannot be having that.
So, I mean, like, you just got to stay strong.
You mentor some of these kids, right? I mean, because, they can talk to an old fart like me, but they're like, she don't know what I'm going through. She's the caveman days when she was being bullied. It's different today. And it is different today than it was then because you have computers and everything. So you actually, when you're off the radio show, you take calls from these kids, right?
Yes.
So you'll be in the middle of something important and you'll get a phone call saying,
like,
give us an example.
There's this one kid who called in and he was like, oh man, I don't know what to do. I don't want to kill myself, but I'm like leading up to that part. I was like, no, that's like the worst thing that you could do is end your life.
What did you say to him that made him decide not to hurt himself? Do you remember?
I said, man, I'm trying to think. I said to, stay strong and, go to a teacher or like where your school or a parent or a friend's mom, or brother, something.
Someone you feel comfortable with talking to.
Right. And, to tell them, you can't always handle it by yourself, I mean, that's like the first thing that you would probably think about.
Yeah, well, because kids go in themselves, they don't want to talk to an adult because they think that they did something to make this happen to them.
Right.
When they aren't responsible, it's these other angry bully kids. They're feeling crummy inside about themselves, so they're picking on someone that won't fight back usually, because once you fight back, they'll leave you alone, and that's how I stopped being bullied. Fighting is bad, kids.
Right.
But it worked for me.
Don't
do it. It worked for me. That is so cool. So the thing that I love my Teshi, but I'm so impressed that she's taken her career, which she's been very, very successful at, right? And she has chosen to use her visibility as a Broadway artist and her wonderful heart and to help other people. Because we were talking about that before the show, right? It's not only being a successful artist, it's being a successful person.
Right.
So how does that make you feel about yourself?
I'm glad about how far I've come in this entertainment industry. It's amazing, to see kids come up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, I want to be you," and that's amazing. It feels awesome to have people come up to you,
and be a role model,
right?
And be a good person as a role model, not pretending to be a good person, actually putting it in action.